A document, sealed within the most private archives of the monarchy, has reportedly been brought into the light. And its contents, we are told, have reduced a prince and his wife to a state of profound, private anguish. This is Royal Report 24/7. What follows is based on escalating reports from London-based insiders, legal commentators, and royal biographers. It is a story of identity, legacy, and a confrontation many believed would remain hidden. For analysis that goes beyond the headlines, stay with us. Your support fuels this investigation. Subscribe and like this video now. For years, the world has known two versions of Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. The first, the private, cherished children of Harry and Meghan, their faces often shielded, their lives guarded in the hills of Montecito. The second, the royal grandchildren, whose place in the line of succession is a matter of public record, but whose integration into the fabric of the firm has been a story of silence and distance. But now, according to multiple sources speaking to veteran palace correspondents, a third version has been thrust into the center of this Cold War, a version defined not by love or conflict, but by unassailable, centuries-old protocol. And it is this version, these sources claim, that has sparked a crisis of heartbreaking proportions. The reports, which we must stress are unconfirmed by Buckingham Palace and vehemently denied by representatives for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, center on one of the monarchy's oldest and most inflexible rules: the requirement for the sovereign's formal consent to a royal marriage under the 1772 Royal Marriages Act and the subsequent, intricate laws governing the royal titles and styles of children born from such a union. For generations, this was a formality. But in the fractured landscape of today's royal family, insiders suggest it has become a weapon, or perhaps, from the palace's perspective, a simple statement of inescapable fact. Here is what is being claimed: that a formal review, likely requested by King Charles III himself as part of his slimmed-down monarchy blueprint, has been concluded by the Privy Council and the Lord Chancellor's office. Its focus: the legal status and entitlements of Archie and Lilibet. The result, allegedly now communicated to Harry and Meghan, is a cold, bureaucratic clarification that, according to insiders, feels like an erasure. It reportedly reaffirms that the children, while in the line of succession, are not entitled to be a prince and princess of the United Kingdom, nor to use the style as Her Royal Highness, due to the specific circumstances of their parents' status at the times of their births and their decision to step back as working royals. This, in itself, is not new legal ground, but the reported new proof is the formality and finality of it, an official sealed documentation of this status, a constitutional fact sheet, that now exists as an immutable record. TO understand why this would allegedly cause tears and rage in Montecito. You must move beyond the law and into the raw, human wound it touches. For Harry and Meghan, their children represent their greatest joy and their most powerful argument, that they build a new life for them, a life of safety and normalcy away from the oppressive system. Yet, paradoxically, securing their children's royal lineage, their birthright, has also been a point of fierce contention and personal pride. The battle over security, the use of Princess Lilibet on a website, every subtle nod to their place in history, has been a fight for recognition and legitimacy. This alleged document, this proof, is being framed by their circle not as a clarification, but as a disinheritance, a cold institutional rejection of their children's identity, delivered not in a family conversation, but on parchment. Now consider the deeper, more painful layer that insiders are whispering about. This isn't just about titles. It's about the very name Lilibet, the childhood nickname of the late Queen, used intimately by her husband and her closest family. Its use for Harry and Meghan's daughter was, we were told at the time, a tribute offered with the Queen's blessing. But palace sources have long contradicted this, suggesting the Queen was merely informed, not asked, and was reportedly angered by the move. The new legal documentation, some claim, goes further. It reportedly formalizes the children's official names as simply Archie Mountbatten Windsor and Lilibet Mountbatten Windsor, without the princely prefix or the of Sussex style that would connect them directly to their parents' dukedom. For Harry, this could feel like the final severing of his grandmother's personal legacy from his own children, a brutal administrative correction that rewrites a family tribute. The reaction from the Sussex camp, as described by those claiming closeness, is one of utter devastation mixed with fury. They reportedly feel ambushed. That after years of complaining about media intrusion into their children's lives, the palace itself has launched the most profound intrusion possible, defining their children's identity by committee and decree. The tears, we are told, are not of defeat, but of a betrayal so deep it reopens every old wound. The lack of protection, the perceived racism, the feeling of being outsiders in their own family. This legal move, however dry, is seen as the ultimate confirmation that the institution will always prioritize its own rules over the hearts of its own members. What does this mean for the future? Any lingering, fragile hope of a diplomatic détente, of a half-in, half-out role for the Sussexes on royal occasions, is now, according to analysts, ashes. This action, if true, draws a line in the sand so deep it may be uncrossable. It legally codifies the separation. The children are, in the eyes of the institution, private citizens with royal blood, not working members of the royal family. This has profound implications for their security, their funding, and their relationship with the crown as they grow. It also potentially sidelines them from ever undertaking official duties in the future, a door that, while seemingly closed, Harry might have hoped to keep ajar for them. This is the point where the fairy tale ends and history begins its meticulous, unforgiving record. It is the moment a family dispute becomes a constitutional footnote. For Harry, it is the final, painful proof that the brother and father he once knew are now inextricably merged with the crown, an entity that makes decisions based on precedent, not pain. For King Charles, it is the burden of the ledger, knowing that to secure the monarchy's future, he may have sacrificed any chance of reconciling his own. The coming days will be watched for any legal countermove, any statement that goes beyond denial. We will be here, separating rumor from report, sensation from significance. If you believe the real story of the monarchy is written in these agonizing clashes between heart and duty, make sure Royal Report 24/7 is your source. Subscribe now for the analysis others won't give you. Like this video if you appreciate this depth of understanding, and share it with those who see that the true weight of a crown is measured in the tears it causes, not the jewels it holds. Share your perspective below. Is this the palace protecting the institution or punishing the son? Turn on notifications. The next chapter in this story will be decisive. Until then, this is Royal Report 24/7.